Hey guys, what's up? It's Dave, Renegade Gig Hustler. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I wanted to make you a video. Those all interested in the gig economy, those all who watch the gig economy videos, you're going to want to see this. I'm trying to give you an update. I'm always here to keep you in the loop. I'm always talking positive, motivational, and upbeat. So for those of you who do Uber Eats, DoorDash, any of the gig apps, you're going to want to see this. I'm going to give you an update. I'm going to try and fill in the blanks. I'm going to try to be precise as possible. And I'm going to try to be short as possible. I'm going to try to give you everything in a nutshell. So recently, most recently, I just got back into getting back to the gig app, gig economy, doing Uber Eats, DoorDash, Walmart Spark, trying to get some blocks on Flex, but that's another story. I'll tell you about that after. January was a rough month because I had some issues with my Jeep Renegade. And after running back and forth to the dealership between November and December, they decided and determined that I had high oil consumption on my Jeep Renegade. Well, Chrysler paid to replace my engine and gave me a rental car and everything, and they paid for it. Needless to say, didn't have my vehicle there for a week. And then that same week, the week of the 15th of January, I was having some issues back in November and December and health-wise, and I had to go in for a nuclear stress test. They determined I was having some problems. I had to go in the following week, get a procedure on the left side of my heart. I went in the right side, get another procedure on the right side of my heart. So I got that out of the way, and last Sunday, not this past Sunday, the Sunday before, I was out attempting to try to do Uber Eats and DoorDash and the gig apps that I was doing, and my battery light came on. I was sitting in the hotspot, my battery light came on. So after sitting in the hotspot for about an hour and a half, I headed home. Pulled out my multimeter, went out and tested everything out on my battery after it was sitting there for an hour, and it showed me a full charge. So I was just going to keep my eye on it, and if there was any problems, let the dealership know. And I figured maybe they did something that wasn't right, or maybe this is just a normal thing due to the fact that this March I'll have my vehicle, my Jeep Renegade, 4 years, and it was just time to get the battery changed. Well, it turned out the following Monday I headed out, and my battery light came on. Vehicle shut down. I couldn't start it again. Couldn't even give it a jump. So I didn't know what the heck was going on, but I have roadside assistance and everything. I have the extended warranty, and I had it towed. And they had my vehicle again for 4 days. Needless to say, that knocked me out of doing anything with Uber Eats, DoorDash, Walmart Spark, any of the gig-related apps. And I've done them all. So turns out, guys, my battery control module that sits up on the positive side of the battery melted underneath and melted into the battery, and they changed that out and the battery, and back to normal. Only one slight problem, guys. It's a slight problem that's actually a big problem. Uber Eats, DoorDash, all the gig apps aren't doing no good. In fact, I've been out every day and they've been terrible. I just can't get anything going. And why is that, you ask? Well, look at the economy as a whole. Look at the inflation, the big crunch that we're in. And look at the extravagant fees that Uber Eats and DoorDash is charging to go on an order. Besides that, guys, they're got our base rate pay down to about 74 cents a mile. I'd say about a year and a half ago in my market area, it was up to about $1.50, and that's per mile. It went down to $1. They got rid of the trip supplement on Uber Eats, and it's down to 74 cents. So now Uber Eats is sending out all these trip requests, low-paying trips, high mileage. They were trying, there was over a dozen this past Monday for $3 and something, not even over $3.50, going 7.8 miles, 8.9 miles, 10 miles, 11 miles, 12 miles. Well, guess what, guys? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. It makes no sense. Can't make nothing with that. It's insanity. All week long, I've been sitting in my hotspot, and nothing makes sense trip-wise. And that's on DoorDash, too. DoorDash is probably down to about 74 cents. Ended up getting one yesterday on DoorDash that paid me $11 and something for 3.3 miles. I took it. That makes a little more sense. The other thing is in my area, in my market area, in the Pittsburgh area, and a bunch of other states, Uber and Lyft, DoorDash, Uber Eats, all striking yesterday on Valentine's Day. So, I had one trip yesterday, and that was since last Saturday. I couldn't get any trips Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, some were coming in on Uber Eats a good bit, but they were undercutting the fare by overseeding the mileage, and the dollar to mile ratio still applies, and I try to go well above the dollar to mile ratio, but I'm not seeing it, guys. Now, something needs to be done with Uber Eats and DoorDash. They know what they're doing to us. I got so disgusted, guys, that every day I've been running my Walmart Spark app thinking, well, right across from my hotspot, Sam's Club. Walmart's only about 3 miles away. Same thing on there, guys. Big mileage, low pay. Now, back in November and December, I was doing a lot of Walmart Spark, and a lot of mine had 16 stops, 12 stops, 15 stops. But between the mileage and what they were paying, made a little more sense. But then that's when I noticed I was having problems, because I was doing repetitive back and forth at a customer's place to get them all of their items out of my Jeep Renegade. And I started to get some discomfort way up here and down into my arms, so both arms. So that's when I had to alert my doctor end of December and early January. So, well, I'm taking care of there. Feeling a lot better. Trying to do this, but it's not cooperating, guys. And I'm going on 5 years in June of doing this. And I know there's people out there watching this. They're saying, well, why do you do this? Why do you keep doing this? Get a real job, blah, blah, blah. You know what, guys? We all in our gig economy know why we do what we do, and we don't have to owe an explanation. At one time, this was very lucrative for us. And lately, it's just hard to get it going. And this is everywhere. This is the economy as a whole, guys. This is the crunch in America. Gas in my state, in my neck of the woods, is still $3.70 a gallon. Now, my wife last weekend was in Ohio visiting her friend, and gas is only $2 and something there. Now, why, guys? Why is that? Well, number one, in my state, it's the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. That's the big factor. That's all local government. That's all state government, and that's where they got things, guys. So something's got to give. People aren't affording what they used to do, and that's everything. And I'm not just saying Uber Eats and DoorDash and all the other gig apps that customers order off of. But what customers don't understand is we don't get paid hourly. We don't get paid if we're not moving and delivering or shopping. We get paid nothing. So, throwing that out there because I want the customers to know. And yet, you say we don't deserve a tip? Sources say that anytime you're asking for a service, there's always going to be that tip factor. Did somebody bring you good service? Seems only right to get a tip. And for those of you who don't want a tip, my advice to you is go get it yourself. You're either unavailable to go get it, or you want convenience of somebody bringing it to you, so it's only right that the app would be asking a tip for the driver. And I'm a strong believer in what I do to bring you good service, and I tip very fairly if I'm asking for a service. That doesn't exclude anybody from doing the same. Now, that's my opinion, guys, but that's the bulk of a lot of people's opinion. And yet, I know there's fees and everything on these apps. That's not the driver's fault. Everything always reverts to the driver, and it's usually never our fault. I strive in all the time that I've done this to bring you good service. And that's each and every one of the customers out there. Now, I've been promised tips many times, but I didn't get them. But I still gave you good service. And I brought service that was great to a lot of other people, and they gave me more of a tip. And for those of you who've done that with me, I appreciate it. Because I work hard to do what I do. I have long wait times in restaurants. I'm backed up in construction and traffic. And I'm beating the crap out of my vehicle. And every gig driver does. But it's something we do, which we don't have to explain to nobody. And we all do it for a reason. And if you don't like these sort of videos, guys, why are you watching my videos or any other content creator's video that does what we do? There's something that compels you to watch our videos. I make my videos for a learning experience for those considering doing what I do or that already do what I do. And there's a lot of you out there that watch my video and videos similar to mine because you're getting something out of it or because you're feeling entertained or amused. So whatever the reason, guys, that's fine. But I'm just letting you know that for those that are really, really interested, that we're in a crunch in the economy, which is affecting the gig economy, which is affecting just your own personal life, your own personal shopping, your own personal what you can spend and what you're getting from what you spend. So the inflation is just through the roof, and it's only getting worse, guys. And it varies. And this isn't only Uber Eats and DoorDash in my market area. This is market areas across the United States. And there's a lot of gig drivers that do what I do, that I subscribe to. We are a whole community on YouTube. And we are not only gig drivers, we're content creators, and we try to make you good quality videos. And I try to keep mine at a certain level to get the message across to help anybody. So if there's anything you need to know, if there's anything that you want to ask, or if you just want to talk about anything in general, leave me a comment below and I will get back to you. And while you're at it, consider hitting the subscribe button, hit the like button and alert bell for any new videos. And that goes for anybody. And you'll get top shelf videos from me. And on top of that, I appreciate it. So thanks for everything, guys. So I'm just trying to send a message. I'm going to attempt to get back out there again today and see where we're at. I've been at it every day. Just can't get anything going. So I'll be in the hotspot later, and I'll see where we're at. But Uber Eats and DoorDash, I don't get paid from them to make any videos for you or any of the gig apps. I make these videos for you. I make these because I enjoy making them for you. So come on my channel. Come on my ride-alongs and see what I do and learn a thing or two and ask me anything. But we're in a crunch, guys. And for what I do in the gig economy, it is affecting us all greatly, and that's all across the United States. I subscribe to a number of other content creators, gig drivers that do what I do, and it's like that where they're at too. And it's just not slow, it's just not good. So I went from extremely busy and extremely doing good to down, and I've had my ups and downs. I've seen the best, I've seen the worst. I'm in here to keep you in the loop and to give you the ins and the outs, the ups and the downs. There's a right way and a wrong way of doing this. I'm doing everything right, just nothing's cooperating, and that's all because of the crunch, the inflation numbers, and Uber Eats and DoorDash just not treating us fairly, and a number of other apps. And it can't continue, guys. I'm already looking into other avenues for other ventures I can get into. And so I've been researching those things as well. I'm always looking for new things, and it's just the way I am. I'm geared that way. I was a maintenance tech for a big real estate management company at one time, so was in a serious accident there and required spinal cord surgeries and whatnot. And when I finally ended up phasing out of all that and getting done with physical therapy, learning to walk again and doing all those things, I got into this. So, and I've gone through a lot of other things, and those things will just keep building and making you stronger, guys. And your safety is what's most important. And I'm here to give you the news and to keep you informed. So I just want to let you know that I'll be back out there again attempting this and trying to get something solid and consistent rolling, as I try to do each and every day. And sooner or later, something's got to give, guys. Uber Eats got to get back to a better pay system, as well as DoorDash and all the other gig apps. So we're going to see how it goes. It's Thursday. We're heading into the weekend, and I'm interested to see if each and every day that I can finally put something together, get back to making profit, and bring you quality service. And that's how I do it each and every day, working in the gig economy. 13 miles east of Pittsburgh in Monroeville, which is a restaurant shopping mecca. So things have just plummeted, guys. And it's discouraging. It is crazy. And it's everywhere. In just every state across America. But the whole thing with Uber Eats and DoorDash, and I'm really pointing my finger at them right now because they're cheating all us drivers. Whether you are a food delivery driver, or you're riding people, or you're doing some form of Uber, anything with DoorDash, they know what they're doing to us. They're cheating us. And as a driver who strives to give nothing but the best, it isn't fair. So something's going to give sooner or later. They're striking all over. They striked in 5-6 different states that I saw of yesterday on Valentine's Day. They striked right 13 miles from me in Pittsburgh. And a lot of people say it's never going to accomplish nothing. But you got to start somewhere, guys. And there is an answer. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. It just doesn't seem possible. There's always light somehow at the end of the tunnel. You just got to strive to get there, to find it, to look for new ways, to be more positive, to approach things in a different light. And that is what I do each and every day. I'm humble. I'm grateful. I'm just trying to give you the news and break it all down. And I'm going to talk to you some more about it later when I get out there to drive. Ran out right now to do some things, and sitting on 9 o'clock, and by 11 o'clock I'll be in my hotspot. Scheduled to go on DoorDash 11:30, and we're going to see once again if we can put it together. So with that all being said, guys, I hope that you all have a great day. Leave me some comments down below, no matter what it is, what it's about. And again, if you're new to my channel, consider smashing that subscribe button. Hit the like button, hit the alert bell for any new videos. Again, my name is Dave Beckett, Renegade Gig Hustler. Till I see you later, take care.